Today I want to talk to you more about Moldavite, and here are my two Moldavite pieces, and I want to talk about this crystal, this tektite. It's actually technically a tektite, not a crystal, but I will use the term crystal throughout this because, well, I don't know, everyone just seems to call it that anyway, so I think it's just a little easier for people to understand what the hell I'm going on about. So these crystals that I have, these Moldavite crystals, I've done previous videos on them. You might want to go back and watch those ones first just to explain what they are, how I got them and what I do with them. This one in particular is one I'm concentrating on now. This is my newest piece. I've had this for a few weeks now and I really wanted to update on exactly how it's been making changes in my life. And I believe it has been making really big and very significant changes in my life. So let's talk about them. I've already mentioned in the previous video that I can really feel the power of this crystal a lot more than this one, and especially when I meditate with it. And it's been incredible. I do another video about how I meditate with Moldavite, but the feelings that it creates within my body are intense, and the likes of which I've never experienced before in any meditation, such as the opening of the heart, the opening of the third eye, and just an intense heat and movement of energy. And yeah, it's been remarkable really. And so I'm kind of expecting that it's going to make changes in my outer world, which is what Moldavite is famous for creating personal transformation and making changes in your life. And well, I can tell you this much: since I've got this, I mean literally probably a week or two after I got this, huge shifts started to happen in my life. And there were shifts that actually I wasn't expecting and didn't want to happen. But what I've realised is, when you have big shifts or bad things, as we tend to label them, even though they're not always bad, but when these things happen in our lives, they're for two reasons, one of two reasons. Either you are on a low vibrational frequency, which means that you are attracting more of that same low vibration and people and coincidences and situations into your life. And so that would explain if you're having major changes and negativity coming into your life. That's why. The other reason is because you are, well, the other reason is if you're not on a low vibration and you know you're not, then, like for me for instance, the last few weeks of my life I have been in the happiest place I've ever been. My vibration has been sky high. I've literally been skipping around the place and I felt fantastic, like unstoppable. So I know my vibration has never ever been higher in my entire life, and so I can't possibly be attracting negative things into my life because of that reason. So what's the reason, you might say? Well, everything that I know about the law of attraction and how it works is that if you're still attracting things which seem, and the important word is seem, negative into your life, the reason is because they're not actually negative. They just seem that at first, but they're actually a stepping stone onto what you actually really are trying to manifest into your life, your true heart's desires. And it's the universe's way of saying you need to do this to get what you really want, or we're bringing you a situation or circumstance in your life which is going to lead directly onto you getting everything that you want. Now, basically what happened to me was my living situation was changed, and the security that I had at the place that I was staying at and the work that I had coming in was gone, like instantly. And I only had a short space of time to sort it all out. And you know, I'm out here in another country that I'm not from, and I'm a freelancer, and yeah, those things mean that a lot of the security that I would have had back home was instantly taken away and is not there. So yeah, basically I found myself in a situation having to find new accommodation and having to get more working sooner than I'd expected, and it came as a real shock. And for a little while, maybe a day or two, I was in panic mode, until I realised, of course, that's only going to make things worse. That's the way the law of attraction works. So I knew, all right, calm down. There's probably a good reason for this. You know, I knew that I've been doing all the right things in my life. My practices are good, my meditation is good, my visualizations are really good. I'm still manifesting things constantly. So this bad situation probably isn't bad. And it's probably what I need to get out of my comfort zone, and I had fallen into a comfort zone here. And I had perhaps stopped moving forward as much as I had and pushing myself as much as I needed to. And I was resting on my laurels a little bit, and I've now realised I can't do that, and it's forced me to really look at parts of my life and to take action a little bit more. And so that's what I've been doing. And yes, I can tell you that because of that, incredible things have started to come into my life again, and wonderful opportunities have started to appear out of nowhere that probably, well, they wouldn't have come if I hadn't been forced into this situation. And you know, I'm not going to go into lots of detail about that, but basically opportunities have just come up almost magically out of thin air. That's the way the law of attraction works. You probably know that already. And situations and circumstances and people have come along to help me just when I've needed it, and basically all my problems got solved very, very quickly. As soon as I got into that mode of, okay, this isn't a bad thing, in fact it's probably a very, very good thing, and I need to just flow along with it, take the action that I feel needs to be taken, not from a place of panic or desperation, but from a place of inspiration, inspired action they call it, and knowing that this is what I need to do to just lift myself a little bit, and the opportunities and people that I need to come into my life to help me out are going to come. And that's exactly what's happened. And so yeah, and I can also see how that is going to really help me get towards my bigger dreams much quicker, because now I'm putting myself out there a little bit more, and I'm getting more opportunities come my way, particularly with work and with finances, that if I just stayed in that comfort zone that I was in, that stagnant mode, would either never have come along, or they would have taken a few more months to come along. So basically I was forced to get out my comfort zone and push myself a little bit more sooner than I had expected. And yeah, just stuff seemed to come miraculously out of nowhere for offers of accommodation and more work and more money, and it's been fantastic. And it's just once again instilled in me that total faith and belief in the law of attraction, and that I'm being guided and helped along this journey, as long as I keep moving towards what's in here and what I really want. As soon as you get into that stagnant mode, as soon as you get into that comfort zone, things don't quite flow as easily there, and because your energy's changed, your energy becomes stuck, and the universe is responding to that. You know, if it's a neutral vibration you're giving off, then you're going to get neutral back, and you're going to stay stuck. So this has been it was a blessing for me, really, you know. And as soon as I realised it was a blessing, and then dropped all the panic and just let go and just said, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow, just going to take it easy and just do what needs to be done from a place of calmness, and everything came to me, you know. And yeah, it's I say it's amazing how these things work, but it shouldn't be amazing to me anymore, because it just happens time and time and time again. I keep getting myself into those situations, little situations of panic sometimes. And anyone who's a freelancer will know those situations of panic, because you haven't got that regular income coming in. You're not quite sure where the next big opportunity is going to come, or the next job, or you know, you're constantly having to think on your feet. then you'll understand that those negative thoughts can come into your mind quite frequently. It's difficult to learn how to deal with that and not to fall into that trap and those spirals of negativity. So yeah, it's all a learning process as well for me now, but I'm telling you, it works out every single time, as long as you start to get out of your comfort zone just a little bit and start to take action in an inspired way, and just trust and have faith. And in terms of the Moldavite, I believe that the change was probably as a result of this Moldavite coming into my life. It's kind of done what Moldavite does, which is blows everything up. And so all your shit's going to come up if it's there. And you have a choice. Do you step into it? Do you step into that tension and deal with it? Do you take inspired action? Do you follow your heart? Or do you go the other way? Do you start getting bogged down in the mind and the ego and the monkey mind and the negativity, and do things that aren't from a place of love, which can make things worse, you know? And you can continue in a downward spiral and get worse and worse and worse, because that's what will happen. Or do you do the other thing, which is you try to ignore it? Do you take the Moldavite off, put it away, say I don't want anything to do with this, and then you don't get the benefits of what it's trying to do for you, and so you stay stuck and you stay stagnant and nothing happens, you know? So there's not just two ways you can go, there's three ways you can go, and I think it's important that I mention this, because I think actually the third way is probably the way that most people go, which is the way of they want to stay, they want to stick with the status quo because it's easier, because it's comfortable, you know. They feel the discomfort, so they try to ignore it and stay comforted. Or you can step into it and try and see what it's going to bring you, which is going to actually bring you to an even higher vibration, even better stage in your life. And that's what Moldavite does. I believe that's what Moldavite does. And I think this one is particularly powerful, and it's really come and made some massive changes in my life very, very quickly. So, you know, thank you Moldavite. Thank you my Moldavites. That's all for now. I'm going to be back in another video soon. Yeah, that's all for now. I'll be back with another Moldavite video soon. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoy what you've listened to, and come and get in touch with me on Instagram, timothy.phoenix. That's my Instagram handle, and my blog timothyphoenix.com. Until next time, hasta luego.